Hello, super excited, just on my way to film a narrowboat tour. How I come to become on a narrowboat, I was living up north, renting a house, cost of living, and it just wasn't, it'll never be your own, so that's how come I got introduced to like a narrowboat. Renting was dead money and it just seemed like a better option, and it's your own as well. Sort of travelled around in the narrowboat and that, and kind of like I've been on the waters probably coming up to about 10 years now, something like that approximately. The initial going out and taking the boat out, for me personally, I don't tend to take the boat out that often these days, purely because it's like a base for my work as well. But yeah, don't ever be put off by having a small boat. Size, it doesn't matter if it's the biggest boat or the smallest boat. Your boat is what you make of it. As you've probably noticed, I haven't got no washing machine or anything like that. Little things in the summer you can hand wash, you can dry. But equally, if you're out and about on your narrowboat, check out local businesses and support those and keep those. And a lot of like the laundrettes and that, they will actually pick up your washing and they'll drop it back and iron it and stuff and that. Most marinas are probably quite happy for you to use. It'll cost you, but happy for you to use the washing machine and that, I'm pretty sure. But it's something I've never done. I mean, before now, I've even had made like a clothesline on top of the roof with just 2 broomsticks, some like washing line, and hung it up and hope to God it's not gone in the cut with all your smalls and everything gone. And also when you're out and about on a narrowboat in the summer months, you'll know which are the hire boats and which are not the hire boats from the washing, which can be quite amusing, because obviously when they're at the back they're totally oblivious to what's coming past you on the front. So yeah, so it's quite good here. Anyhow, so this is all the trinkets. Got a lot of history with all the various trinkets here. It all means little things like the dream catchers and that. That's when like my hair in dreads, so that's where the dreads live. Yeah, so we've got the feathers and the hearts. All this is like events that I've been to. Amongst here somewhere. Here I've got a little, I can find it, just seen it there. Yeah, I've got a little drum. Me going out to the Gambia in Africa, I got into African drumming, and I eventually managed to buy my own, which is at the other end of the boat. That was a present off a girl called Claire, because I was trying to help her with the homework one day and I couldn't pronounce what she was trying to say. So yeah, so there's just a lot of history, which is always good to look back on as well. Regarding in here as well, this is oh, we've got my dream catchers as well. There's dream catchers everywhere. This is the front of the boat. So obviously it's the mattress, so then what, got the storage and everything underneath. Obviously being such a small boat, only being 36 foot, I don't tend to have a lot of space, so I have to have like a summer supply and a winter supply and a mix and match and stuff like that. Behind here you can actually see it is actually, it's actually the stove, and the stove's down there. So when it comes to the summer months where I live at the front of the boat, I'll clean out the stove and everything, and then obviously I just put a boil over it because I don't particularly want to be sleeping next to a stove. And I normally have all lights. Normally this has all got lights and everything. As you can see, this then becomes front of my boat, and then come the winter when the bed's at the other end, all the coal and everything will go at the front and all the wood. This becomes like a lounge, but it gets too hot in the winter. It gets too hot. Here again, got your vents. Just put extra things up, and we've got like all lights. Close Just the curtains a little bit. Oh yeah. Discs. Put 2 discs back to back. Beams the sun and shadows around the boat, which is, if you get any old CDs that you no longer use, then that's what you do, and the light will hit it and it'll go around, and it's nice, and because obviously your boat's rocking a little bit, it just bounces rainbows round. But as you can see, this is some of the lights. Some of the lights as well. Good thing being on a boat, having lights. You can obviously just go to the pound shop and just get pound batteries, and they last forever for the little time that you have the lights on. But positively, you're off the grid, so when you do take your boat out, you're actually not relying on electricity. So what you can see here, even with the light just above that window, I'll still have that when I take the boat out on the cut as well. So that's good. It's also nice as well. It's nice and relaxing. Nice and relaxing, yeah. It's all good. And then obviously then you have to sort of like use your water, but then becomes like a wardrobe. Becomes like a wardrobe. You find like your wardrobe, you tend to have clothes. Well, I tend to buy clothes that never go out of fashion, and I can wear all year in, year out. Some of my clothes are like 4 or 5 years old because they've never gone out of fashion. So it's a good way, and they're ideal for boating as well. Yeah, as I said, there's just string catchers. So in summer, yeah, in the summer, this is the curtain, and as you see, it's perfect. It's just like that. So I don't have like a bedroom door. I use the curtain, but it's also nice as well. So when people come on your boat, it's hiding your bed as well. So yeah, especially with that shut and the lights on, it's really nice. It's really relaxing. Again, inside, I don't know if you can see in there. Probably not ideal, but when I am on the grid, they're like red and like warm glow lights. When I'm off the grid, I just use this disco light. Again, very relaxing. This is all like my Buddha section. Again, just means a lot to me. Means a lot to me personally. Fond memories. This is a tree that I rescued off the towpath. I sort of like leaned it up. That's the cross. I leave that up all year round. It was a Christmas tree decoration, but that was in memory of my mum. These little things here I just got from a charity shop. And to be fair, it doesn't cost a lot to have little differences in a boat like this. If you've got a bit of an imagination, you can do anything. Oh yeah, sellotape holder. Again, somebody was getting rid of these, so I took them off them and then decided again to just put battery operated lights on them. These were handmade by a lady called Wendy, also a good friend, Wendy and Robbie. She actually has personally handmade these dream catchers, and she's very gifted. Here we have washroom, or poshly known as the bathroom. However, I've only been on like a 36-foot boat. One has to utilise the bathroom or the bathroom. So yeah, as you can see in here, very small. It's actually like, obviously you've got water and it becomes a shower as well. So you have to take everything out. You have to take everything out. The shower then comes off the boiler that's in the kitchen. And it's about trying to make it more like a bathroom and quite bright as well. So I've just added my own little personal things here. That's the toilet roll holder. That was like just Christmas decoration, because you don't want a bulky toilet roll holder. In the corner, I'll just do lights. If they're on, offer the great light motion lights, great for outside the boat and inside the boat as well. Just got the little stickers and everything like that as well. The actually having the bathroom redone out, I established that my little leggies couldn't reach the toilet. So because I'm into like recycling, I actually got a pallet. Cut the pallet down, as you can see there, that's just a wooden pallet. Cut it down and put a mat, well, 2 mats on it, but cut it down and just utilised it, and now I can get to the toilet as well. But obviously when the shower's being used, then I'll just pull the pallet out, and then I've got a deep shower bottom. Let's take that, and then obviously I'll just pump the water out. Things like this, again, can be done really cheaply. Just because it says a narrowboat, it doesn't actually mean that you've got to pay the money that some companies want to charge because it's a narrowboat. You know, I think these were sort of like on B&M or something like that. You can even use like Lenore tumble wipes and put them up in the fresh, wet them, dry them out, and it keeps the bathroom smelling sweet. And it's about recycling as well. You know, if you've got a bit of an imagination, then you can do an awful lot really. This here as well, well, it's not an unusual idea, but to keep your towels on, stop and keep coming off, and you can see I've got a few towels on there. That's just an extra long hairband that every time I take it down I just wrap it round and it stops the towels falling off and putting them back on. And that's just a hook over sort of holder. You can see up here, because in the summer and the winter the boats do sort of change shape with the heat and the cold, so that's just been caused through that really. It's just wear and tear. So I've recently received these off Ed Ryan, biker friend and good friend to myself. There's this one that come to me, and if we go there, we've got that one there too as well, that Ed brought. Bit of a standing joke, even though he lives quite local to the boat. The joke being, it must have took about 18 months, 2 years for us to actually exchange for Ed to give these to me, even though it was right on my doorstep. So, but yeah, they're up on the boat with fond memories. There is a story behind them, but obviously if you need to know more, then just let it know and I can get the details. This on the wall here, I see you. Again, this was drawn by Stephen Day. I call him Dapper, but he's also in the biker world is known as Grumps. He's done like quite a few paintings, and it just means a lot. Just the eyes and I see you, just very cleverly done. So obviously that's up on the wall with fond memories too. In fact, there's a lot of things that you'll see within this boat. There's fond memories or positive history. That, you know, it's always good to have around you. Sort of like going on again. This is come by Sandra. She became a grandmother to the third grandson. So this was from the baby shower. Although I did not attend, she kindly saved me one. So that will live there. As a boater as well, you can never have enough torches and things. Always a good backup as well. You just never know when. This came from Glastonbury. Stonehenge, Glastonbury, yeah. Stonehenge. I'm going to have to edit that. Stonehenge. Actually, there's mistletoe, and that came from Stonehenge as well. These feathers that you can see was from a workshop that I did. It was about reading feathers. That was the Earth shop in Kerborough, just down the road as well, where you pick a feather up and learn. That's Gambian currency. To me it's just on the wall, but you know, it could be a meal for a family back in Africa, and it's just all little things like this. Here, living on a boat, we have what you know as a wee balance board, and I've got a wee there. Very limited, but just a word of advice: when you're trying to balance yourself on a boat, don't bother, because it's rocky, and for the whole duration, I'll say you're totally unbalanced. And when you're running on a boat also, your boat will actually jump out the water as well. So just a bit of advice to future boaters who want to balance themselves, don't balance on a wind. Okay, so this is now the back of the boat. This is kind of like the living area. In the winter, the bed will come from the front here. The problem that you have with the bed being at the back is when people come and visit you, really, because the stove's going and it's that hot, it's too hot down there, people end up sitting on your bed, but that's not a problem. I don't mind that at all. It's also because of where the mattress comes out, getting the portaloo. A word of advice: don't have a full portaloo when you're trying to get through a door that's only halfway open. The windows, I've had the boat now coming up to 5 years, never had a problem. The windows are in bad state of repair purely because it's sprung a leak from a 1982 vessel. Going through all its history, trying to find who put the windows in. It was like near impossible. Anyhow, I set to task and I actually got to find out. It was a company up in Bolton. So just as a quick measure, over the winter, and bear in mind it cost me like a mattress, quilt, everything. I'd actually woken up to a waterbed. This sort of like needs sort of like attention. So as a quick repair, it was it's a product called Nemesis from Screwfix, absolutely brilliant, and Gorilla Tape, and I've just had to make do with that. What we've had positively this year is really nice weather that's been too hot now to do anything paintwork or with the windows coming in. It's just not been possible, but this will get done before the end of the winter. So it's just, you know, just something to think about your winters. But I'd never ever, in all the years having a problem, all the years having a boat, sorry, I've never had a problem with windows until this year. And then ironically I moved the bed, and the same side at the back happened the same as well. So yeah, that's just something. All the bed, or everything, all the slight little holes and everything, all in here. All of them were all clear and everything. It's just wear and tear. It's a 1982 boat, so you know, it comes with it. But would I live on land? No, thank you. That's what I was going to say. Do whatever you want about those moments, obviously. I'll go outside. It's done. It is untidy. Obviously it's like the back of the boat, which, you know, when you go out and that, but it's also useful as a storage.
Somewhere in there's the tiller.
I believe it's under there, yes. It's under there. I just tend to keep my back cover on as well.